Hello and welcome back to my channel, and today we're taking a look at Assassin's Creed Mirage, which is the new title that literally dropped today, 5th of October. Now, this game's been on a radar for quite some time, and some people already got it as a pre-order. They were able to get their hands on, and well, they're not impressed. So we'll get to that point a bit later on. Let's have a look at the Ubisoft's official requirements for the 4K Ultra, and then we're gonna take a look at the game and go from there. So as you can see, for 4K Ultra preset 60 frames, Ubisoft tells we need an 11th gen i5, a 3080 with 10 gigs of video memory, at least 16 gigs of RAM, operating system Windows 10 or 11, and storage of 40 gigs, also SSD is required. Now, I would say this is actually quite true. Now, apart from that, I must say that this game is slightly broken on day one. So first and foremost, the benchmarking tool did not work straight out of the box. It was forced quitting the game until I started the game, went through the whole long exposition, and then the benchmarking mode started working. Go figure that one out. I mean, to be fair, I haven't seen this behavior in the previous games. Second of all, as you can see, the layout of this game is exactly the same as Origins, Odyssey, and Valhalla. This game actually does run on the same engine, which is Anvil engine. So you can just imagine how the performance is. Let's have a look at the options real quick. So we're going with a 4K native, no vertical sync as usual, and FPS limit is off, field of view is 100%. Graphically we're going with supposedly a custom setting, however I'll show you where the custom comes from. Everything is set up on ultra high and high as much as we can, apart from adaptive quality. So as you can imagine, adaptive quality will actually try to keep up the game frames up to 60 or whichever value we choose. So that's been turned off, hence you get the custom. Now, to be fair, this game does support DLSS, Intel EXES and FSR2, so that's good news. Then again, nothing we've not seen before on Valhalla stuff. So let's have the benchmark first, and then we'll jump into the game itself. And word of advice, so far it actually feels something like Valhalla, give or take. So yeah, let's see how the benchmark actually works for us, at least finally, and you'll see how it looks. Performance is acceptable, I would say. It's not exactly end of the world. It's literally, I would say, one-to-one with Valhalla. So we are pulling 9.2 gigs of allocated video memory and nearly 13 gigs of RAM. Looks like this game is more CPU intensive than GPU intensive. And the reason you have MSI on a, well, far left is because the built-in benchmark for Ubisoft titles usually have these jumpy numbers, but since the polling rate for the hardware on MSI is a bit slower, about 500 milliseconds, you get the actual give or take average frame already. It's not exactly, you're not getting 69 at this moment. You're getting 69 in between 500 millisecond poll. So instead of having jumping up 60, 90, 70, you just see either steady increase or steady decrease depending on a scene, which I find a little bit more informative than seeing jumping numbers and then waiting for the synthetic benchmark to give you the average, so you either can feel happy or depressed. Now, outside of all this, to be fair, this performance is exactly the same as Valhalla. So, graphically, I would expect it to actually be on the same level. But since the location is a bit more sunnier than good old Nordic kingdoms, where you have snow and rain, and you go to England and it's dark and misty, and here at least you see some reflections, some stuff is going on. So yeah, I do not know. I would say probably this game is just one of those things about Ubisoft. So what do we have? Average frames is 71, minimum 41 with a maximum is 88. And yeah, I mean, it is how it is. Surprisingly, CPU and GPU is on the same level when it comes to milliseconds, and I would essentially say this is actually ideal. You want to be CPU and GPU on the same level when it comes to data processing. So technically it is not that bad. Now we're gonna go and look on the actual game itself. And to be fair, I'm kind of sad that you didn't see the intro, but intro is basically a molecular biology. They show you how everything is, and they kind of like to talk about themselves a lot and talk about Basim, and it's the usual intro. Also, I think it's longer than other intros I've seen so far. Ubisoft's very proud of themselves about all this. So here we are in game, and it looks, well, quite simple, to be fair.
The sun casts a long shadow.
Let us not keep Derwish waiting. I cannot bear another lecture.
These contracts. It is quite a few Darwish has pushed your way now.
He knows I will come through.
You have
Oh, this guy's actually screaming
much is clear.
while being
Do you
here.
suppose
Right,
you
you know
have
what,
theirs?
let's...
These shadowy types.
Okay,
I
parkour
should
is
hope so
exactly
by
the
now.
same controls
Then they
as in
should show
Valhalla,
it.
so that's good
You
for
take
us,
all
I
the
guess.
risk and they offer little in return.
They are liberators, Nihal, not merchants.
I know the stories. Still, the price of liberty should be enough to feed us.
Where did she go?
What could be more important? Come here.
What do you mean, what could be more important? Literally anything but what you're telling me. I mean, assuming we've never played any other Assassin's Creed title at all, then yes, this is informative, but performance is actually fine. I mean, I do believe Ubisoft learned their lesson with Valhalla, because there was some patches done and, you know, performance on the first launch. I'm pretty sure they actually used that information to improve this game's performance. Also, I haven't seen an Nvidia updated driver come out for this game, which usually will follow quite soon, so maybe that will improve some things as well.
I do not want you to mistake my words for pestering. I am only looking out for you, ya Sadiki.
It is no inconvenience to stand up to our oppressors as the hidden ones do.
Do you think yourself some hero of tomorrow? The next Gilgamesh?
No. I am merely the son of a public servant who dedicated his life to the betterment of his people. Only to be slighted and forgotten. But I am honored you think I could reach such heights. I may just aim for them.
That is not at all what I said.
It is what I heard.
Such crowds. Something important must be happening.
The Khalifa has been summoned to the Winter Palace. It is surely his wealthy retinue that drives this crowd.
Not sure what they mean with such crowds, because this looks like completely empty market from what I can gather. If you've ever been in Turkey, you will know what markets should actually look like.
A little sleight of hand to sharpen our wits.
If this contract will not feed us, the Khilafa might as well.
That merchant has left his purse on the table. An easy one to begin with.
Better leave before they notice.
Ready yourself. I will pick them out.
A keen eye and an agile hand. A formidable duo.
Well, the bushes are still pretty 2D, as you can see, the branches and stuff, so a little bit flat. Not exactly sure where the DirectX 12 comes into play here, because back in the day they said that you can almost generally proceeding vegetation. Guess that's not the true. Pickpockets. Oh no.
Come back here, would you?
Sneaky, sneaky.
Oh, pickpocketing for quick events. Oh wow.
And over there, by that stall, she's got some coin.
سأرد الجميع بالكنز الذي تحتاجون إليه وبالسعر الذي تريدونه. ألم تتوقفوا للحظة؟
Well done.
دعوا
You
أعينكم
truly are the
تنال
master
هذه
thief
الروعة
of
التي
Anbar.
أمامكم.
Is that jealousy I hear?
Hardly, O great looter of purses.
Insufferable. Come, we are late to Derwishes.
موسم التجارة في انتظاركم. اليوم فقط. كل شيء بنصف الثمن. لا تفوتوا هذه المعجزات الصغيرة.
130 meters. Let's have a free roam a little bit here, or free runs, should I say? Yeah. Still the same parkour elements as in Odyssey, which is not exactly ideal, but hey, it works. I was actually going for the zipline, as you might imagine. Somehow feels this is more made for consoles, to be fair, because the way that keys control the character is kind of
Assassin!
They're
a
all
bit
looking strong.
directional, so to say.
I wonder what...
Why. Here is the lazy boy. I've been waiting on you.
Someone has to plan our meals. Hold! Food. I would not flaunt that around the markets. Trust me.
Go to Saida's. She uses lots of butter.
That she does.
You look weary. Are you well?
It is nothing a little adventure will not fix. What do they need?
A shipping ledger at the harbor. It is worth nothing by itself, but the information it contains is valuable to them.
This is child's play. Do they not have anything more difficult? I can do more.
Never mind your ego. The Khalifa's guards are here in number, and you would do well to remember that.
You worry for me more now than when we lived in Baghdad.
My worry is the same. I've only grown too old and too tired to hide it. Bring the ledger back here, and do it swiftly.
We have not talked about my fee.
And we won't. Not until the deed is done. You know how they are.
Shocking.
He is just a messenger.
And you are still an errand boy. You can do this one on your own.
I saw them with all the soldiers.
Right, so
Did they have swords and spears?
Of course they did. They are soldiers.
do we have inventory? Yes, we have the world and the codex. Have the store, tutorials, history database. So I guess we don't have any gear yet.
Or a helmet?
Oh well. I don't know, guys. I mean, to be fair, this is just honestly just another Assassin's Creed title. I mean, I wouldn't say it's bad. Like, that's not the thing. It's just for the hype and for the delays and not having a demo beforehand is a little bit weird for me. But hey ho, you know, Ubisoft is not really big on demos to begin with, so it's not exactly news for us. And I think this is the time we're gonna be captured, because how else is gonna go?
16 crates, 1 chest, half a dozen satchels. Only 3 crates remain last time I checked the ledger.
Give their handlers until tomorrow evening. If they don't show by then, we must assume they've forgotten about their wares. Open them up. Keep whatever catches our eyes. Dump the rest. Wait here.
Hey, what?
Literally the
If
same
I am
animation
seen,
as
I will
before.
have to flee. Good thing I can outrun these sagging guards.
Yeah, well, it does seem a little bit on the nose. But hey, you know, I think it's good fun. Like, storyline probably is quite decent, and even if it's not, it should be fine, all things considered.
Locked. A minor delay.
Where's our pickable target? Oh, we actually see the vision cones as well on these guys. Look at this. That's gonna help us greatly. Anyhow, yeah, I think you guys seen enough, to be fair. This is just go pickpocket, go get something else, do the things, do the quests. Should be fine. I wouldn't be surprised if that guy we knocked out actually has the key. If he's still there. Nope. Anyhow, well, I think you guys actually seen enough. This is the performance with an i5 and 4070 Ti. And this is the game. So, I don't know. Game is a game. That's all I have for you guys today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Over and out.